Assalamualaikum to Dr. Hayati. Today we will share about home electrical enclosure box, and let me introduce my team members. We have Ikmal Hadi, Nur Ain Anis, Zaim Idris, and me myself, Sharifah Nuliana Lailani. And without wasting time, let me start with the introduction. Electrical enclosure box is alternatively called as electrical panel, where it serves as primary distribution hub for electrical within your home. It comes in three types of enclosure box. The first one is main breaker panel, where it designed for indoor and also can be placed within 10 foot. The second one is main lock panel that are utilized for wire connection, and the last one is sub panel that are furnish power for specific segment. The next one is manufacturing system, where it may encompass aspects like quality control measure that for guarantee a defect-free product, and also the regulatory adherence that are to ensure all operational process meet the safety requirements. We continue with quantity of production, where this validity of assumptions are adopted by the dynamic changing in the market that are related to quantity based on expected demands and also customer preference. For cost estimation, it is tied to how meticulously these assumptions are considered changes within the manufacturing environment and also market conditions. I will continue with the explanation for method of production. A serious step is undertaken for the production of electrical enclosure box to guarantee the products are both functional and durable while meeting the safety standards. The first one is design and planning, where we initiate the design process by taking into account aspects like dimensions, form, material, and also necessary features for the electrical enclosure box. And then we generate a comprehensive engineering that align with the safety standards and also regulatory mandate. The second one is material selection, where we choose and decide what material that we will use for the enclosure box, such as steel or aluminium. And the last one is quality control, where we enforce the quality control to make sure that the enclosure electrical box meet the safety requirements.
Assalamualaikum, my name is Nur Ain Anis, and I will explain the major manufacturing method. To produce this enclosure box, there are 4 major methods, which is metal cutting, metal forming, joining, and finishing. For metal cutting, we are using the laser machine to cut the sheet metals, example steel and aluminium. For metal forming, a material is shaped to a symmetrical geometry by applying external forces. For joining, we have to assemble all the essential parts such as the body parts, the doors, and also the screws. For the last method, which is finishing, we will improve their look, offer corrosion protection, and also add specialist qualities. There are 5 stages to produce this enclosure box. Firstly, planning and design. We are focused on the purpose and functionality of the enclosure box. We choose an enclosure box for the use at home, for the electrical wiring, and so on. The selection of materials, we use the steel to make the enclosure box. Next is metal cutting, which is the sheet metal will be cutting by a laser machine and also shearing and punching cutting. Moving on to the next stage, which is bending. This process apply pressure to the sheet metal to form the parts and the shape. To join all the body parts and the door, we will use a joining process. We will welding all the body parts and the doors using gas metal arc welding or laser welding. This is because all the body parts are made from metal, which is steel, so it more easier when we use a melding to join every part of the product. During this finishing and assembly process, we will consider any necessary surface treatment due to the previous process, which is welding operation. During this process, we will have painting, coating, and also a process to make the design look perfectly. We will assemble any extra enclosure box components. This is because the final stage, which is final inspection, the manufacturer will have a final quality control check to make sure the final product fulfill the requirement of a client and fulfill the purpose and functionality of the product.
Assalamualaikum and good day everyone. My name is Iqbal Hadi bin Isa. You can call me Hadi, and I'm going to explain to you about the detailed specification of our final product, which is the MCB box or MCB enclosure. And going through the first one is material selection, in which we have stainless steel, we have rubber, and we have powder coat, and lastly we have plastic. And going through stainless steel first. Stainless steel is the ideal material when producing a product that is expected to be used for a long period of time. MCB boxes will be in the house, usually in the storeroom or sometimes in the living room, and it will contain a few electrical components as well as the MCBs itself. And now the MCB box will be installed in the house after the house was built for years to come, as the house is still standing. And the nature of stainless steel is that it is free from corrosion or corrosion resistance, aside from it being durable and high in strength, making it the best option when producing a durable product. And the next one is rubber. So in the MCB box has rubber attached on the corner of its door. The rubber plays a role as the box seal. The rubber is used to create a tight seal when closing the MCB's box door, and rubber can act as a vibration dampener, keeping the components inside the box safe and secure. And not only that, but rubber is also weather resistant, and the invasion of water inside the box can be prevented while simultaneously keeping the components safe from water damages. Next is powder coat, and the MCB box will be painted with powder coating to ensure the box is durable when confronting really bad weather. And the powder coat, similar to stainless steel in nature, is corrosion resistant. Being corrosion resistant is especially important during outdoor installations where the exposure to elements that can lead to corrosion is high. And aside from that, powder coating also allows for a better durability due to its tough finish. It is resistant to chipping, scratching or fading, making it a perfect combo when producing a long usage product. Lastly, we have plastic, which is also a part of MCB box. There's something that is made out of plastic. Though stainless steel provides better resistance towards wear and tear, plastic also has its own benefits, and one of the obvious reasons why plastic can be one of the materials selected when producing an MCB box is the price. Plastic, when compared to other materials, can be very inexpensive. Plastic is also light in weight and making the box less heavy when carrying around. Now, the most important reason why plastic is used in the context of MCB box is the fact that plastic provides a quiet experience. Using metal as a part that always moves can be quite noisy, and over time, whereas plastic provides quiet operation when using it. Now, moving on to the parts where we analyze the components that are available in the MCB box. Which is number one is the main component, which is the body and the door. The body and the door of the MCB box is the main component and act as the main function of the box. Actually, they are made from stainless steel and further painted with powder coating to ensure their durability towards scratches and weather. Since MCB boxes are expected to last for years, it is crucial for the body to be durable and usable until 20 to 30 years maybe. And the body is used to keep the MCBs and a few other electrical components inside, and further close with the doors to protect them from damages imaginable. So the next one is screws. The screws are also one of the components that are made out of stainless steel. Though the body and doors are powder coated, the screws are not to keep the size, and the screws are not powder coated in order to keep the size of the screw in the right dimension. And on an MCB box, screws function to join and secure the body parts together. And aside from that, screws on the case inside the box are loosened to put MCBs in place and then tightened back to secure the MCBs. Next is the door hinge. The door hinge is the ones that is made out of plastic, where the door hinge is also a component from the MCB box. However, while the components before this, which is the body, the doors, and even the screws are made out of stainless steel, the door hinge is made out of plastic. And there are a few good reasons why the door is made out of plastic, just like I mentioned in previous slide. One of them being the silent operation that plastic materials provide, and when opening and closing the doors, the plastic will clash together, and if replaced with metal, during clashing, the metal will make a sound while plastic does not. And aside from that, the plastic helps in reducing weight as compared to using metal, as the door hinge that can be quite heavy. Now lastly is the sealer. At the edges of the door of our MCB box, there is a rubber seal available, and the rubber seal acts as a sealer that prevents unwanted elements from going through from outside to inside the box. And the sealer can also prevent water from coming in, for the fact that it is water resistant or weather resistant. And with that said, the single piece of rubber also plays a very important role in completing the functions of an MCB box. Moving on to the design considerations or specifications, is first we have the dimension, which the dimension of an MCB enclosure varies based on the amount of MCB and the electrical components that will be placed inside the enclosure. And the electrical components needed is based on the size of a building or the amount of electrical appliances that are available in that building. And however, our prototype has a dimension of 30 cm to 20 cm, and with this dimension, the amount of MCB can be inserted is around 12 to 16 pieces. And next is the surface finish. Like I mentioned before, the surface finish of an MCB enclosure is mildly rough due to the powder coating. However, it is important to powder coat the enclosure in order to make sure that it is protected from environmental factors that can cause corrosion and physical damage to the enclosure that is expected to last a very long time. Okay, now before we move on to our conceptualization video, where we show our prototype, I'll first show you the technical drawing of our prototype. As you can see, the width and length of our MCB box. Looking at the top right corner, the length is 30 cm and the width is 20 cm, as well as if you can see at the up view or the helicopter view of the MCB box, you can see the black lines. That is the door seal, the rubber door seal that I mentioned just now. And aside from that, you can also see the screws that are available for the function of joining and basically joining the body parts together. So without further ado, I think let's go and watch the videos that our team have made, the prototype, where we show the prototype of how the MCB box function in a house. Okay, now let's see the prototype of our product. As you can see here, there's the MCB box and a prototype of a house. So imagine you have a house, and this MCB box will be inside your house, where the electrical appliances or the MCB will be inside of it. So to have a better understanding of how MCB box works is, inside of the box you have an MCB, which you can turn on the light for your house.
So there you go, a bit overview about how the function of MCU box is. So that's all. Thank you very much.
Hi, Assalamualaikum. My name is Enclosure. So today I'm going to continue the presentation about the type of machine that we use for making the home electrical enclosure box. So for the first machine, I'm going to talk about the fiber laser cutting technology. It is highly accurate and offers high-speed cutting capabilities, making it popular in various industries like manufacturing, metal fabrication, and artistic design. So fiber laser cutters are known for their precisions, making them ideal for intricate patterns and fine details. And lastly, fiber laser cutter produce cleaner cuts with smoother edges by minimizing the need for additional finishing steps. So as for the next machine, I'm going to talk about the hydraulic press brakes. So they are an essential tool in the metal fabrication industry for shaping sheets and plate materials. They are known for their accuracy, resilience, and adaptability. So this hydraulic system allows for precise control over the pressure and ram's position, ensuring exact and reliable bends in the metal. So as for the next process, we use gas metal arc welding. It is widely used welding techniques known for its adaptability and user-friendliness. And it is involved continuously feeding a solid wire electrode through a welding gun into the weld area, where it melts and joins metal pieces together. And it is highly versatile. It is suitable for working with various metals and alloys such as steels, stainless steels, and aluminiums. So as for the last machine that we use is blast cabinet, also known as the cabinet sandblaster. They are specialized enclosed setup used for controlled abrasive blasting, particularly for precision-based tasks. So they allow effective tools for tasks requiring detailed attention on various parts and components. And the cabinet sandblasters are operate within a sealed cabinet, it containing abrasive material and thus to prevent environmental contamination. So to conclude this video, advanced technology and strict standards are key in making high quality and reliable electrical enclosure boxes, and it is crucial for safe and effective electrical systems.